Welcome to Rathalos Watch. Today I am going to be talking about some new gameplay information that was posted on Reddit from someone who had the privilege to attend the Monster Hunter Wilds panel at New York Comic Con that happened yesterday on October 19th at 2 p.m. EST. There is not a lot of new information here, but the information that is here is quite spicy and very interesting, so make sure you stick around till the very end. And as always, I will give you my personal take on it as well. If you are looking forward to Monster Hunter Wilds coverage or just Monster Hunter in general, then don't forget to subscribe with notifications turned on. Without further ado, let's begin. Detail number 1. Uth Duna armor and weapons are inspired by a Polynesian aesthetic. The weapons they showed off were absolutely gorgeous. Thankfully, people were smart enough to take photos of the panel, so here's a picture of the Uth Duna armor. Essentially, it's sort of like a Hawaiian looking gear, which I think will look great and make sense for someone like Uth Duna since it is a water-based monster. I believe it looks sick and I cannot wait to see the weapons. Detail number 2. Pop-up camps are customizable in appearance. Their exterior can be customized with different patterns and whatnot. Pop-up camps also have gadgets that are kept outside that you can interact with, such as the chairs you can sit down in and a grill that will produce well-done steaks after some period of time. I always welcome any sort of customization when it comes to cosmetics. Being able to customize your own pop-up camps will add a personal touch and flavor to your hunting needs. I think this is a cool addition. I am curious now if you can craft a whole camp set out of someone like Congalala or Doshaguma. That would be interesting to see, but I doubt they go that deep. Detail number 3. Wadwads will have different animations and jobs depending on the weather and the time of day. A Wadwad was shown gorging on honey during the plentiful period. This is a nice small detail that I believe will add a lot more realism to the world overall. Instead of just seeing NPCs constantly doing the same thing all the time like we're used to, it will be nice to see them having their own life and activities. It's always the small details that make the big difference in my opinion. Detail number 4. They showed off a special version of the extended cut trailer with some new gameplay. Yian Kut Ku is now a pack-style monster similar to Doshaguma. We finally have some confirmation that Yian Kut Ku is indeed a pack monster, as many have suspected after we saw the entire flock. This is interesting because in previous titles, this dumb chicken would always be alone and would just get completely wrecked. I believe that making it a pack monster not only adds a lot more to the gameplay in terms of dynamics and engagement, but also makes the ecology far more interesting and realistic. I cannot wait to experience the Yian Kut Ku hunt. It was always one of my favorite monsters. Detail number 5. Congalala will also have Conga fighting alongside him at times. The wording here is a little bit weird if you ask me, because the Conga have always fought alongside the Congalala ever since its original debut in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. But perhaps what he is saying is that the Congas will have a far more advanced AI this time around, and the Congalala will be able to coordinate very specific attacks together. If that is the case, then I'm excited to see how this turns out and if the Congas will pose much of an annoyance or not. Detail number 6. Rathian was shown. She roared and interrupted a hunter in what I presume to be an egg quest. This confirms two things. Number 1 is that Rathian is back, but let's be real here, who did not see that coming? You cannot have a Rathalos without a Rathian, and vice versa. That just would not make any sense. Gotta have both the husband and the wife dynamic going on. This also confirms that egg quests are coming back and that hunters will steal Rathian's eggs once again. Hopefully we can make giant omelets out of them this time around. None of this is really surprising to me, but it was still good to hear it regardless. Detail number 7. Trailer ended with an elephant trumpet, and they mentioned to tune in on the special presentation during the 23rd of October at Paris Games Week. This one is a bit iffy because another well-known Monster Hunter content creator by the name of Nimblesnarf said that he did not hear the trumpet, but he did confirm everything else with what was posted on Reddit by another individual. Strangely enough, the original Reddit poster then deleted the post completely and disappeared. Either he misheard the trumpet and it was never there and it was just an honest mistake, or he told the truth about everything else and then decided to lie about the trumpet sound and troll everyone else just for the laughs or whatever false hope and copium. The only way we will find out is when the presentation finally happens on the 23rd of October, which is next week on Wednesday. For the sake of this video, let's just say it's true even though I have doubts. If this is to be believed, then it's almost a hard confirm of Gammoth finally making a comeback. It's either that or there's a new elephant monster on the horizon, but I'm going to say that it's the former. If Gammoth is returning, then that also confirms that the next locale we will be seeing is the Tundra locale, since Gammoth does not reside anywhere else but the icy, cold mountains. So what are my overall thoughts on this? First and foremost, Uth Duna's armor sounds like it's going to be a banger, but let's be real, all of the armor and weapon sets we've seen so far have been amazing, so I cannot wait to see what the Uth Duna set looks like alongside Raidao in-game. The camps being customizable is also an interesting addition and not something I actually thought about to begin with. It's a decent surprise, but my question is, just how deep is the customization? If it's super duper deep to the point where you can get a whole pattern set made out of Congalala or something like that, then that's cool. If it's only just a few patterns here and there that are all pre-made, then it's whatever. It sounds like Capcom will be selling a lot of microtransaction DLC for these pop-out camp patterns. I am going to reserve my judgment on that until then, need more information and see how it all works. Yian Kut Ku seems to be the second confirmed herd monster along with Doshaguma, and I believe it's a nice change and it's a good way to bring back everyone's favorite KFC member and not only give him a whole new coat of paint but also change the pacing of the hunt completely. I am really curious to know how many more monsters are going to be utilizing the pack mechanic. I am a bit surprised that Congalala is not really following that route. Congalala seems to be more like a Great Jaggy in the game who coordinates attacks with the smaller Congas. We still have no clue what exactly they are showing on October 23rd, but it seems that the special presentation will be more of the Scarlet Forest based on what was shown here at Comic-Con. I believe it's safe to assume that at this point, we will finally see the full Yian Kut Ku hunt more thoroughly, possibly mixed in with Rathian. Last but not least, I find it very odd if Gammoth does make some sort of an appearance on the 23rd of October, simply because it's Halloween season and there's really nothing scary about Gammoth at all, and it just not would make any sense from a marketing perspective. It would make much more sense if she showed up in December during the Video Game Awards or something like that, since it's Christmas time and essentially winter. I think the whole Gammoth thing by this individual on Reddit is a big troll fraud. It just does not line up. Regardless though, the more stuff Capcom teases and reveals, the more questions I need answered, and it's just a never-ending cycle. Anyways, we only have 3 more days to go until the big Paris Games showcase, so we just gotta be a bit more patient, but I'm sure that whatever Capcom shows, even more questions will arise anyway. With that being said, what do you all think about this new info? And do you believe that Gammoth is actually gonna make an appearance there? Because to me, it's super sus, man. I don't think it's happening. My money is still on Ursula, dude. It just makes much more sense, but then again, I'm not Capcom. I have no idea what their marketing plans are. I'm just a Monster Hunter content creator who likes to make silly predictions. So let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to join our Discord. Link is in a pinned comment. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit like and subscribe with notifications turned on. Peace out and happy hunting.